FM. My name is Charles Sakrufi, and I'm doing this with.
Elizabeth Ada.
Now, the Accra High Court has sentenced MPP Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Enchibuesiakun, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, to 20 years imprisonment after convicting him of 6 illegal mining-related charges. The Accra High Court has sentenced Justice Audrey Kugave or Kukuve Tay, who presided over the divisional criminal division of the High Court, delivered the sentence shortly after 11:40 a.m. earlier today, July 20, 2026, bringing to an end one of Ghana's most closely watched illegal mining proceedings. The court also imposed a fine of 120,000 Ghana cedis on Mr. Enchibuesiakun with a default sentence of 3 years imprisonment if the fine is not paid. The custodial sentence and the default term attached to the fine will run concurrently. Now, Justice Tay had earlier found Mr. Enchibuesiakun guilty on all 6 counts, including assignment or assigning mineral rights without approval and purposely facilitating an unlicensed mining operation contrary to the Minerals and Mining Act 2006 Act 703 as amended. Now let's get onto the phone lines and speak to our court correspondent, Mami Abba for more on this development. Abba, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time with us on 12 Live. So fill us in terms of what more we should know as far as the developments from court is concerned.
Okay, Charles, good afternoon. The Accra High Court was expected to deliver the judgment in the Chairman Wontumi Samra Boy case, and that happened a while ago. Normally, when you come to the court...
Hello, Abba, can you hear me? Oh, unfortunately, we lost about there, but we're still working on the phone lines. And okay, so let's speak to a private legal practitioner. Braco Powers is a private legal practitioner. Mr. Powers, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. First off, what's going to be your reaction to this development as we're hearing from court? Did you see that coming?
Good afternoon, my brother, and good afternoon to your listeners and those watching on social media. I must say the decision of the High Court is consequential and telling. In one front, there is a major decision affecting an opposition key figure. And again, it also strikes between the willingness of the government, or let me say the state, to stamp out illegal mining and also to ensure accountability. So, personally, I saw the decision coming because when you look at the parent, particularly when you look at Section 1992 of the Minerals and Mining Amendment Act 2019, Act 995, which has enhanced the penalty regime for illegal mining, you note that the judge even played within the limits because the law provides that where there is flagrant disregard of the law, not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years. So giving 20 years each, which said punishment runs concurrently, I think it is in order.
It is in order, you say, and so the MPP, as we are hearing now, says that it wouldn't want to pass any comment on it because they are looking at how possibly they can fight the issue back in court. Do you see any remedy in sight for the MPP really, as far as the development is concerned?
I think the thing is that MPP as a party doesn't have a role to play in this case. This is a case against Wontumi and Akunta Mining. If they want to double in politics, that is a different issue. But they have nothing to do because if Wontumi wants to appeal against the decision, he can exercise his right. In fact, the law provides it. He can go to the Court of Appeal and have the decision studied and determine whether or not the High Court judge properly determined the matter or the sanction imposed by the High Court judge is proper and fit. So I don't see the role the MPP wants to do unless they want to, because I have said time with that number that we must learn to delineate between partisan politics and state or national interest. The state brought an action against Wontumi and Akunta Mani. They didn't bring an action against the New Patriotic Party. If they want to solidarize with him, then the decision should be that they should encourage him to appeal the decision, but not to act or to pass commentaries that will in any way undermine justice administration in this country. We must be careful of sometimes the trajectory and the path and the precedent we set. This is a decision against Akunta Mani and Chema Wontumi. NPP has no rule. except to say that they will sympathize with him. But they must be careful of the commentaries they make, because in the regime, during NPP's regime, we've seen key opposition figures also jailed. Let us be able to delineate between partisan politics and national interest. In this case, NPP should sympathize with him, but they must not in any way say anything that would bring the administration of justice into disrepute.
Before you take leave of us this afternoon, just state for me whether or not this is harsh.
In fact, I have had an opportunity to read the Parent Act 70, as well as the amendment, which is Act 995, and I can tell you that looking at the offenses for which Chairman Wontumi and Akunta Mani were charged, the judge rightfully exercised his powers within the remit of the law. And I don't see anything wrong, because I told you the judge had the opportunity to either give 15 years to 25 years. And on each count, he has given you 20 years for each count, and Chairman Wontumi was charged with 2 counts. And on each count, you have 20 years, which are running concurrent. So within the remit of the law, the judge has done the right thing. But there is no discretion over here. Because I would have advocated that the judge should have gone for 10 years. But there's no discretion. The law is clear. Not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years.
25 years. Okay.
The middle figure. And I think the judge rightfully exercised the responsibility as entrusted upon him by the Parent Act.
Counsel, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.
That's Kwabena Austin Bracco Powers. He's a legal practitioner, private legal practitioner. Let's still stay on the line.